This podcast contains adult content. Hello, darlings.
Hi, I'm Margo Marshall.
And I'm Sue Gives a Fuck, and I really do. So, Ms. Marshall, what's your gender today?
My gender today is Brittany and Justin all denim.
Oh, iconic.
Iconic. Just bold move. No one thinks it will work, but somehow...
It didn't.
That's a lie. That is a straight up lie. That is a look. That is a look.
A lot of things are a look.
Rude. I fully stand by Brittany and Justin in that moment.
Well, you've been fashioning one similar today.
I have. That's why I'm feeling it. You know, denim all round, all up in my grill.
This house is a sweatshop today.
Basically. Sorry about all the cotton in the kitchen. So, Susan, what's your gender today?
My gender is a moment in the animated series Avatar when some people say, "Oh, let us leave," and he says, "Let us leave."
I hate you so much right now.
Twiddly-dee-dee-dee, two ladies, twiddly-dee-dee-dee, two ladies, twiddly-dee-dee-dee. Well, sort of, like, that's very much what the podcast is about. It's like, are we ladies? So in the last episode, you spoke of a gentleman.
Yes.
That was perhaps a promising gentleman. I don't know. Has it been promising?
It has been promising.
Oh.
It has been promising. We're
Shocker.
taking it slow and steady. I'm not shocked.
Slow and steady is not what this podcast is about. Thank you.
So, we're talking about all different types
this
of
is
sex
about fast and
positivity.
uneven.
No, we're not talking about your skin, okay?
Fast?
I don't know. It falls off fast.
What do I like, a snake?
Flaky.
Oh. Can I point out, gentlemen of the internet, I'm not flaky.
They're not listening to this.
No, there's no
This
gentlemen.
is just, drag and queer people laughing at us. That's what this podcast is.
Well, the one gentleman out there who's come to one of my chaser nights and mistaken what this podcast is going to be, just so you know, I'm not flaky and I'm available.
You're not skin flaky.
Oh, I'm very flaky.
You're a very flaky person.
I won't show up. No, again, one chaser, I will show up. Do arrange to meet
For
me.
the chases. That's it. Friends, get out.
Oh, friends?
Who needs
How much
friends?
time do you think I have?
For goodness sake, I've got a sex life. Let's face it is either social life, work life, or sex life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've chosen sex life and occasionally work life, but social life, come on.
No.
Get
no
in
one
the
wants
bin.
one of those. Ugh, emotions. So.
Yeah.
Well, again, I decided to invite him to watch me. And
Perform. Okay.
Perform.
Got
Oh
you.
yeah, we've had other people
that
asking
gentleman,
for watching.
yeah.
No, not him. Not him. No, I mean he. Oh my god, if that watching one doesn't stop messaging me soon,
Oh,
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Has it been a lot of messages
I'm
since?
gonna lose my mind.
It's like, babies, if you haven't received a reply after 7 consecutive messages, the 8th is unlikely to do it.
Literally, I've had one today that won't stop replying. I'll talk about him later.
Oh,
Anyway,
nice.
So he came, and this time he came alone.
Oh, not with his little
Not with his
coterie.
crew of like party friends.
Okay, and how did that change things?
He's not a party animal.
Oh.
So I did
you got a false
glory
impression
cabaret.
last time.
I thought he was quite a party person because we didn't go home till 3:30.
Yes.
And then obviously, go to bed till 7.
No. Oh, nice. Lovely.
it was lovely and long and drawn out and
Oh, so by the sounds of it, that was a real exception for him then.
Yes. Because, I did the Glory Christmas variety.
As did I. It was lovely.
It was a lovely evening, wasn't it? Well,
was
you can
very
now
nice.
jump in on this conversation.
Yeah, I've met him.
You've met him.
I've literally met him.
We'll get to that moment.
Okay.
But he's late for one.
Why was he late?
Don't know. Wasn't happy about that.
That's not the way round this works. The
Right?
lady do be late.
The lady do be late.
It is a known fact.
That a lady do be
Correct.
late.
That's how that goes.
Yeah, that is how the saying goes. But hey, life. He had to get the bus. Not sure why he had to get the bus because he's from the same area as us. So he made up for it with buying me lots of drinks. So
And me.
I didn't know that fact.
Oh, he was. Those drinks were forthcoming.
He's a really lovely person.
Yeah.
But he was like. So obviously that night, it was the Thursday night he came, was it not?
The first
We
one,
got a big
yeah.
mash up on the Friday. On the
Well,
Thursday...
I managed to get a bit mash on the both, yes.
Very. Oh, yeah, you did on both, didn't you? Good Lord. Susan.
Look, you've got to cope.
2 days in a
You find a way.
cope. That's an interesting choice of words there.
You've got to get on the stage. What happens after that? You've done your bit.
That's true. You can turn up and you can force payment out of their hand.
You can. I once got stuck in a box. But that's another
I
story.
was there for that one. That we should do. It's got nothing to do with
that
sex,
has
but
to
that
be,
has to just be a one-off special when
has
we
to be
talk
a
about our worst
special.
time or something.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, we were done by 10 and we left by 11:45.
Okay.
And
Well,
he
that's
said
reasonable.
en route home. That's crazy. Like, this has been quite a late night. And
Crazy.
I just
What
worry.
would be a normal
But maybe
time?
for some people, that is quite a, you know, staying out late. I do just worry. The lifestyle is very different there. I'm an
Yeah.
international party girl on the rise. Like, I party. When I party, I really party.
If you want to be in bed before midnight, well, you're going to be shipped to the night. Your paths won't cross with Margo Marshall.
Yeah, it just won't.
She doesn't wake up till 11.
I don't. But it's not because I actually get that much sleep. I go to bed really late.
You do.
Because my downtime on my own is
After the show.
after I get home. Because I network for 3 hours.
You do.
I network, party, and, you know, get my life for 3 hours. And then I have a couple of hours to myself of a night. And that gets to me to about 4, 5. But it was, you know what? It was lovely to be treated like a lady.
In what way were you treated like a lady?
He stood very near me all night, you know, hand round the waist. Even as I spoke to other people, he was like, oh, please go and talk to other people. You know, don't feel you got to be stuck here
He
with
has
me.
a very gentlemanly
It's
demeanour.
very gentlemanly. Maybe I just don't know how to react to this.
Like, there was a moment where I was getting maybe a drink for like one of my friends, or like some of my, I can't remember. So anyway, I, you know, playing the hostess with the mostess, I offer him a drink and I go to the bar, but then of course I get chatting because I love to chat, and then he just sort of sidles past me, little hand on the back, and says, don't worry at all, what were your friends having? He gets drinks for my friends.
I didn't know these facts.
That's what he does.
These are facts.
Oh, and I'm like, oh, you came correct.
I am very glad that I'm going on another day with him.
Are you going on another day?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, cute, right?
I mean, I say yes. I just want this to fail because I think he's a dish.
Well, get over it, really.
Sisterhood.
I want your relationship to fail so I can sort my bit and steal him.
And all your gigs.
We do very different things, Susan.
We do very different things.
You have to be able to stand upright to be able to do what I do.
No, I can do the splits. That's enough. I don't have to be upright for that. And that's dancing.
no.
That's dancing. I'm a dancing queen.
Yeah.
Right? I can death drop. I can do the splits. That's drag. Tick.
Look,
done.
my mother taught me if I've got nothing nice to say, I'm not going to say anything.
Is that why you're so...
Now I have to leave this podcast.
It's been lovely. Nice to have you. Next week, Bob the Drag Queen.
Yeah. The biggest problem with this night
Yeah.
was we had a lovely time in bed. The sexual part was fantastic.
So this was after the night. Okay.
This is after the night. We came
though
back,
It
we
was
stayed
so
up.
wildly late.
But the biggest problem that came up for me was a lot of snoring.
Oh, I've literally
I
known snoring to
couldn't.
break up a relation.
I had to leave.
Oh,
I had to leave. I
No, where
tried
did
for
you
as
go and
long as
sleep?
possible. I crawled out and I went into our flatmate's bed.
in Brenda's room.
But yeah, thank God she wasn't there because I crawled into bed. Well,
Oh, that's so annoying.
I know.
No,
And
but
I
things
felt
can
so
be
bad for
done.
waking him up and I just like, obviously his arm's like a log and it was over me.
He's not
And that's
petite.
adorable. But trying to get his arm off me was
Right.
quite difficult. That's the size of this lovely
Things
gentleman.
can be done, I think, about snoring, can they?
I think we'll have
listeners,
to.
can they be done?
Can you
Because-
let me know? Can you let me know because
What can you
he's,
do?
He's a beautiful gentleman who's charming. So
You can't let that damage
no,
it.
and I got a note. I got a lovely note being like, "Where the crap are you?"
Is that a lovely...
Well, he didn't
I'm not
write
sure
that.
that's how
He didn't write that,
Jane
but
Austen
I'm not gonna.
worded her
I'm not
lovely
gonna.
notes.
We didn't all go to Oxford. Susan.
The other one.
Oh, okay, great. Sure. I paid that much attention. No, he left me a lovely long note, but I'm not going to go into it because I want to plan on dating this gentleman, so I'm not going to read this out or anything.
Yeah.
But basically, it was like, what the hell? Where were you? Disappeared. But also very
I really
heavy
wanna
sleeper
read this
because he
now.
didn't He didn't wake up. And I had to fling that arm off with some power.
So he woke up.
And I wasn't there.
And of course you were still
asleep. And I had 10 missed calls. And I'd set an alarm to wake up to see him out, but I slept through.
Oh, and so he just like wandered about this house a little bit and then left.
I don't know.
Oh,
I know.
Where is he now? Find him, run to him.
Well, I spoke to him on the phone and I was like, sorry, I fell asleep. You didn't need to worry.
Okay, but you are going to see him again then?
Yeah, I'm seeing him this week.
What did you think of the show? Because the show was like a campy...
loved it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he loved it.
Oh, nice.
So it was great. I mean, me. I don't know. I didn't speak about the rest of you. I don't care what you thought of all
English
of you.
isn't a first language, is it? And my humour's... There's quite a lot of words.
Yeah, no, English isn't his first language. And yeah, you're very wordy.
Very wordy.
Cambridge. So just get that in again for her. Yes, you're very wordy. I mean,
not
you
Cambridge,
spoke to him
I'm
for
authentic
some of the
working
evening. Did you ask him what he thought of your performance?
No, I don't think so.
It's always very interesting to hear people's eye from outside of the sort of queer world of what they think of queer sort of performance. Because I think sometimes we give a lot of people a lot of license. I said it.
Wait, who do we give?
Because they're part
within the scene. Oh, yeah, well, I mean, like... So a significant
and we're like,
degree, we are
did that, and
performing
I'm like,
to like,
God.
you know,
I didn't think that was very good.
It's a community thing, right? And so you do get a lot of in-crowd performance. That's definitely true.
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
And I think sometimes that can actually be a bad thing because we need to, like, if we become, you know, constantly self-referential.
Yeah, you want both.
You know, it's like
drag has an important role in speaking to and for and about and being a sort of method of communication within a marginalised group, which is great.
Yeah.
But also, and there's that community role to it.
Yeah.
Drag performers have so often been community leaders within our sort of community. But then also, we want to speak to people who are not already in the choir.
I want to make money.
Ah.
That's not the only thing.
That is definitely the only thing.
Money, money, money.
Right. Some of us just want to make a difference.
That's not you.
No, well...
That's not you.
I said some of us. I didn't specify whom.
Yeah. I'd just like to point out, listeners.
Shay.
That has... Shay, you really want to make a difference, and I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. Well...
I don't know what to say. I just am. I mean, mine wasn't really about sex this week. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, do you know what?
Akin to sex.
Can I
what do
just
you
say,
find? What do you find sharing a bed? What do you find sharing a bed like? In a non-sexual fashion. This is related to sex, though. I find it so difficult. Listeners, help. How do you learn to share a bed with someone? I've dated people for 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, and I've literally had bad sleep for 6 months, 4 times a week, because that's how often we've shared a bed. How do you get over this? How do you get past this? 6 months. I thought by 3 months I'd be able to share a bed with someone. No matter how much I like them, at some point during the night I will wake up and I will want to kick them.
I've had one relation where I could cope with them being in the room and I would wake up and not want them to die. But it took... We were together a year, so that took a long time. And also, I don't know whether we're like... Because we are people who for 99.9% of our lives have been single and who have quite a lot of, you know, barriers, walls, it's harder.
I just hate it.
It's harder for me, especially, because I'm a sickly child. I'm the child that the doctor really should have said, do you know what, let's give up the ghost.
Just put it down.
You know, I'm going to wake up in the night, I'll be needing to use my inhaler, I'll be blowing my nose, I'll need some water, maybe I'll need some medication, I don't know what it'll be, a little bit of Calpol just to sort of settle the nerves. And that is annoying to the other person.
Like an old lady's brandy. Oh, give me a shot of
I'm
Calpol. I do need to...
I'm going to have Alambrini.
I don't know. And even after sex, I can cuddle for like 10 minutes and then I'm like...
See, I'm a delicate flower, a delicate lady, a lady of chaste virtue. And yet, when I finish, I want them gone.
Oh.
I'm like, that's been lovely, and I would let you out of the house.
Oh, you're like...
I'm like, get out.
Yeah, I don't know what the phrase is. And run.
Like a hit and run. What would that be?
Hit and run. I don't know.
I'm a hit and run. You wouldn't think it, would you?
No. Good Lord.
I think there might be a certain amount of shame mixed up in that.
Yeah, probably.
I've done a dark deed. I must be alone in a cupboard.
Scrub yourself with the shower afterwards.
I just cry.
Throw bleach.
Where's the bleach?
And there lies the flaky skin.
Shut up! I don't have flaky skin.
No,
That is not being a theme of this podcast. Thank you very much.
I've made this up. Yeah.
How are the herpes, by the way?
You cowbag. But no, after sex, I like to sort of roll around and not play fight, but like,
Oh,
yeah, I sort of like to like,
fight.
woo, yeah. Oh my god!
Why are you
Before
fighting?
play fight, I don't know. I don't know. I'm a physical person,
in
aren't
the
I?
film, they often fight.
No, but it's not like two like straight men. Like
it's not Brokeback Mountain.
It's not Brokeback Mountain. They're trying to like.
I want you, but I don't want you.
Yeah. No.
Why
it's
can't
not
I
that.
quit you?
It's like, you know, I don't know. I just quite like
That's cute.
play fighting and rolling around and sort of.
You're just a mad puppy. Okay.
Now, Susan,
Yes.
I feel it's been a bold week for you.
It's been a small step for Susan, but a large step for the sex positive femme journey.
I think it's a large step for both. I've had a little bit of preamble of this, listeners. Just get
It's
your
a big
tea.
one.
Get your tea. Like, make sure you're sat down. If you're stood up on the tube, pause.
Pause. Get off the
You
tube.
need to sit.
Get off.
Down. Okay, so Susan,
I had sex for the first time for money. That's what's happened. Thank you very much. Thank you, representing. And I always feel like when I've told people in the last couple of days about this story, I feel like I have to kind of do qualifiers or preface it or whatever, because I feel like it's not what this journey is about. Because so for me, this journey is about a lot of things.
Yes.
But one thing in particular is about going from being not quite a real person because I wasn't living my truth, I wasn't really dating, I wasn't really having sex, to becoming a fully fledged, sexually liberated, but also just, person, living my own identity.
yes.
And I do feel like one problem with this journey of essentially becoming sort of a cross-dresser and then maybe trans is you're so often treated as even less of a person because you're a kink.
Yes.
And so
we touched on this in the last episode.
we did touch on it, and so getting paid for it is like, okay, well, you're clearly in fantasy world and you're clearly someone's kink, and it's like, it feels like in some ways a retroactive step, but basically, if while on this journey, the journey can pay the bills, then why not?
I fully support any decision you want to do, Susan. And
My decision is to get paper.
well, it sounds like you're doing it. Can you tell us more specifically?
So it was a gentleman from Grindr who had been messaging me for some considerable time. It was
Was this when your phone was just going off?
It was one of those, and it was actually the worst of those that I've ever had in my entire life. It would be like, I'd get on the tube, I'd get off the tube, I'd open Grindr, 45 messages. It was too much, and so I ignored it, thinking this person will kill me if I meet them.
Yeah.
And then he just kept upping the amount. He knew how to play.
I mean, you know how to play you.
Which is just with figures. Anyway, I agreed to do it, and so we met up on a Sunday outside.
Interesting day.
It is an interesting day.
That's an
very
interesting
wholesome.
day.
He's suggested a Sunday since as well. He's about Sunday.
God.
Well, one reason that he's about he's about weekends because he's a disabled gentleman who lives in sheltered accommodation where there are staff. So he can't do weekdays where the staff are on.
Okay. I feel I'm being like the vocal sound of the listeners right now. Do you know, just like...
each element.
What?
You
This
think
is so layered.
You think that that's the layer to be at? Oh, there are a great. This is an onion of a story,
me.
and I.
Jesus Christ.
But it's weird. Like speaking to people that I know who've done sex work. I think a high proportion of the people that you meet are men with disabilities. That's what I hear.
Yes.
It makes sense.
I don't want to offend anyone by saying I understand, but I can see their issue with their sex life.
So we met outside a post office. Yeah. And I saw him, and I was crossing the road, and I saw him over there, and I was just like, so nervous, terrified, walking over, and it was like, you know, he's not, he's a man in his 60s, a very, rotund gentleman who, look, you know, he's not a hottie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm feeling really nervous, and I just think maybe this is a serial killer. And I don't know, and I don't want this, and so I'm like, I am just going to carry on walking, but I don't, and I go, and I say hello, and it's the most awkward hello in my life. But then he actually seems kind of reasonable. And we're walking to his house, and like we're chatting quite freely actually, and we get onto the subject of GAY, and he talks about some gossip with the owner of GAY that I won't go into because I think that it could possibly be libel. So the
Twinkie listeners are like, no! Come on!
I thought he only loved me.
Shut it down, set it up, put it on fire. No, we're not going to do that.
We're not going to do it. It's got very
ruin...
affordable beverages.
Yeah. I've had some camp-ass nights there.
Oh yeah.
People who slag it off, I'm like, hey.
That corridor of filth.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's cam.
And it's fucking like £3, 2 Jaeger bombs, you know what I mean? Or whatever.
You don't get that anywhere else in Soho, Han.
No.
Anyway, off the subject.
We got to his house, and we go, it's very hot in there.
Do you feel this is on purpose?
No, going in, it's like going into like it's like going into a very old person's home. A lot of chintz, a certain amount of dust.
But it's a lot of facility. It's a facility, so there's other people there.
No, it's like a block of flats, except there's like staff who will just like visit them.
Oh, and they go into each place rather than like it being a home.
Fine and compass mentis and like functions in his life. He just has limited mobility and like
right. Yeah,
I don't really know what the
ins and
it wasn't
outs.
clear on what the disability was. Except that he did say that he'd had an accident when he was 16 and got a big payout, and he's been living off that payout ever since. And
Susan is sharing.
Right. So what happened was, basically, he'd got me a bottle of wine. Cute.
Oh.
Yeah, right. He didn't drink, so obviously I had the whole thing.
In one gulp.
He mainly just wanted... we'd agreed that I'd be there for 3 hours. 3 hours is long.
That's a while.
It's long. And so I was there for 3 hours. He mainly just wanted me to rim him.
Wow.
Which is... my tongue is red raw.
For 3 hours?
Well, no, actually, because often he was...
I was going to say,
there were moments where we were just chatting, which was cute, and I was just drinking my white wine.
Yeah.
Which was lovely. But also, for a lot of the time, he was on all fours, to be rimmed. And, there's a clock over his head, so I can watch the time pass.
Yeah.
I've got my white wine here. And the thing is, if you wet your finger and you just sort of rub it...
Susan's cheating!
They don't always know. So I'm just having a white wine, watching the time tick by, going, oh, that's lovely. Just goes,
the listeners have switched off with that noise.
That was like when I used the word pounded in that.
Yeah, they're just like, ow!
Well, now I've done both. So that happened, and it was that, and when we were talking, he was telling me a story that made me a bit nervous about how, he's been living off all this money that he got from this payout, but he's mainly, it seems, spent that money on a series of T-girl companions in his life.
Okay.
Which is promising in a sense, but I think he's someone who does that thing of blurring the line between a paid sex worker and a girlfriend.
I see.
He wants a sort of courtesan situation.
Yeah.
Which is great, but I think things can get complicated. Anyway, so he told me about one who is in prison now, and who...
That's exactly the word I wanted to hear right now.
It is.
After all of that, when you heard the word prison, what did you feel?
Relief.
You felt relieved? Mm. Oh, did you hear about this person before he then said prison? Oh, yeah. I thought like he was like, oh, my ex is in prison, and then told you about the story.
No, he told me the story, and I was like, what, is he coming round? So this guy clearly obviously didn't treat him very well.
But this person was a guy, not a T-girl. Not a transgender
He was a guy
woman.
and I think a cross-dresser.
Okay.
From well, that's what he seems to be.
Did they refer to them as a he?
Yeah.
It's all very complicated.
He referred to him as a he. Everyone was a he.
Okay.
It was all he's and then also
so
me.
he's maybe the most respectful.
Well, you just don't know. Because cross-dressers are he's,
I guess.
So, anyway...
I guess.
We're going to go with he because that's the best information
that's the
that we
information
have.
we've been given.
So, he would do like big Soho nights out and bring like a bunch of, you know, Soho fags to this guy's house and then send him out to go and like buy booze and drugs. And then he would come back and then they'd be like, all right, cool, we're off out. Then they'd come back and crash at his house and then they'd be like, okay, buy us breakfast. Don't stay. It was very that.
Oh.
Well, so that went on for a while. But apparently he got a bit abusive. But then he went to prison for shoving a broken bottle up someone else's asshole.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Susan.
His straight neighbour.
Susan!
And
how did that come about? I don't even want to know. Susan, you are playing a dangerous game.
Well, so he was saying to me, now this was one of the first things that he said that was like a bit off, which was, he said, so he told me that story, and he said, oh, you'll meet him when he comes out.
No.
I don't think I will.
Honey, you hear that name, you come a-running.
Oh.
You better run back home.
I don't want any broke. Oh,
no.
Well, so he says that to me, but then also a tiny bit of me is like,
getting out?
This is an absolutely zero glamour version of the assassination of Gianni Versace. So, a bit of me...
Like a version shot without neon.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Without the nice long shots.
No.
Just sort of like, you know, housing estates. And
just in a care home in Brentford.
That's going to be the English, was it American crime story? English crime story.
And so...
Starring Sue Gives a Fuck.
So part of me thinks maybe this guy's an icon and we'll become best friends. And we'll go on a sort of crime spree.
I'm not sure. Should we give...
No, come on now.
What was his name? Not Darren Criss, because obviously Darren Criss didn't actually kill people. What was his name?
What, in actual assassin? He was called Andrew, wasn't he?
Yeah, Andrew.
Which I'm not allowed... No, anyway.
Anyway.
We're not allowed to use names.
So... Andrew in Giovanni Versace.
In the character.
In the character. Yeah, but he was like stunning.
Just in the drama.
You know, and like going around in like excellent outfits with a lovely soundtrack.
Where everything was gold.
Everything was Versace, even though Versace just died and this guy was poor.
Whereas this was just like a cross-dressing twink in GAY.
Yeah.
Mashed off his tits.
Well, by the sounds of things, yeah. And eating a lot of breakfast.
Eating a lot of breakfast.
I do love a big breakfast.
I love a big breakfast. But you know what? He's in prison for another 2 years. So
this isn't immediate danger. But then you do... Also, are you using your real name, Susan, with this gentleman?
I think Yes.
You're a twat. That was stupid.
Do you know what? I have no sense of like privacy because also like on my Grindr, which is where we initially connected.
Well, yeah,
it connects.
Look at it. There's a mic right in front of us, and we're telling people this.
But also, my Grindr connects to my Instagram. My Instagram has my performer name, which has my Facebook and my YouTube and my like website.
What if he turns around and then tells this
which you would
person?
Because when it's a performer, you'd probably show videos or you'd do that sort of shit.
Oh, Susan.
I don't have any self-respect.
I mean, well, we knew that.
Yeah, that's not news.
That's not news.
Do you know what? If I go, then just keep going with the podcast. It'll be a good episode. Tell the story.
Yeah.
So
So you're looking at the clock and you've got a wet, pruny finger.
I've got a wet, pruny finger. He finishes. Well, no, he does decide that he's going to put a little dildo in me. Yeah,
right.
And it is amazing. Little is the word, like very unusually small.
Okay.
It is amazing how when you're not feeling it, you can clamp up. You can shut that out.
Hun.
I was like, this is really painful. And he's like, he's poking in just something like a little lip seal.
No.
It was so. I was like,
like a little lip balm.
It was like a little nubbin.
Like a bullet.
Yeah, a little bullet.
Aww.
Popping it in. And
Susan was like, no. Little Susan was like,
get it out! No! But once again, this time I was on all fours and I was facing the clock. So still, we're just watching the clock. The time passes. He just spunks on my back. Very reasonable. That's very low risk.
I don't know. That sentence didn't settle with me.
Did it not? Spunking on the back?
No,
Well, it felt very glamorous.
I'm sure.
And then I left slightly before 3 hours because he'd finished and that was fine.
And that was, he called it.
And then he
So
called
he
it.
didn't want to then, chat afterwards and talk about his emotions and have you hug him.
No, he didn't want any of
That's
that.
quite nice.
He had me leave and I went to a dog's first birthday party.
Yay! Liza!
Feeling a little bit...
Well, I immediately I stormed
I
into the
found
room
you.
and was like, I
need
must
it.
check on you.
I was a little shaken.
You were. Yes, you were. But are we sharing the other information?
I don't know what the information was.
There was a reason that you were sort of maybe more shaken than you.
Oh, because he'd given me Viagra.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my heart was pounding.
Yeah, and you didn't need that. I don't think you needed it.
Oh, no, well, I did need it.
Oh, you did need it.
Oh, I couldn't get it up.
Well,
Thankfully...
But was this an issue?
Well, he was a man of mixed signals. So at first he was like...
Aren't they all, darling?
He actively didn't want me to get an erection because he wanted me, T-girl fantasy. Right?
T-girls should be allowed to enjoy themselves. Excuse me, thank you very much. Thank you to you.
Yeah, not when they're getting paid. No. We are props in a dirty, dirty play.
In their mind.
In their mind. So he didn't want that, but then he changed his mind and he gave me this Viagra because I couldn't get it up because, again, your body clamps down. Because also what I realised with Viagra is it doesn't help you get aroused. It just means if you are aroused and there's erectile dysfunction, it combats that.
So nothing happened?
Nothing happened. I was just flopping about, except now my heart's pounding. Oh. Yeah, so getting home like that was a bit
doesn't sound
gross.
comfortable.
And having had a bottle of wine and then having had like an experience that I was quite scared of. Yeah.
No wonder.
And then it was like, we arrived back and it was a very pleasant dog's birthday.
Yeah, it was pretty chill,
Cake, tea, which is lovely, but also it was hard to get.
Like us, Georgie B,
Icon Georgie B.
Icon Georgie B came round.
Icon Grey Shush.
She's already had a shout out.
Oh.
She'll get a lot. She lives downstairs. She has to put up with this crap.
We'll edit the second one out. She doesn't deserve to.
We are using her mic.
Icon Georgie B.
Yeah.
Such a dick. But I rose to the challenge. I had pleasant chat.
Did you? Yes, you did. You came down, you joined in, and we had a nice
It was
time.
positively pleasant. Overall, I went up to my room, and while we were up there, I quickly made it rain. My £300 all over the floor.
You did make it rain.
It's nice to have £300 in your pocket. Say what you will.
I guess I have to work.
Shut
Do
up.
I have to work that much harder to get that much money? Nah. Nope.
She's so supportive, listener.
And I get drinks. And usually actually aroused.
I had a bottle of wine.
That's true.
Usually actually aroused. I didn't get
I basically find one at every gig, if I want to.
I had a bottle of wine.
I found one at lunch today.
Lunch?
Yeah.
Where were you having lunch?
This lovely place called Franco's in Jermyn Street.
Oh.
With my lovely father. And while I was talking to my father, this gentleman next to us started talking to us. And I was like, he's maybe relating to Dad or something. And then as he left, he did this a few times. And as he left, Dad was like, he wouldn't stop looking at you. That was about you.
You have
and I was
such a good father.
What?
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even realise.
Papa Marshall is a supportive gent.
Is incredible. This is why I have so much confidence.
That's what we need.
I've had a very supportive family.
Dad's out there. Pick up your game.
Really pick up your game. Papa Marshall's amazing.
Yeah. He's a good
As
one.
Sybil War actually said when my dad came to Sybil's house and stayed till 2 a.m. partying with all of us, he said all parents, but also parents that are supportive like that, are parents to the whole community.
Oh.
But they are. Like, my dad is really supportive of everybody else on those nights and talks to them.
He is. I had a chat with him.
Yeah.
I don't remember it.
No, well, no. It was after a gig. You were smashed.
It was past 4 p.m.
But, so...
We're gays. Jaeger bombs start at 2.
They do. I mean, it's just continuous for me. I don't stop.
No. I take a brief pause from 1 to 2.
Oh, well done. Well done.
That's breakfast.
So, upon reflection...
Yes.
How you are... it's been a little while.
Well, I've got plans to see him again.
Okay. But we're just sort of maybe more in depth than this. I've got plans to see him again. Okay, great. Well, that's a really in-depth look at the
I feel really
positivity.
I feel really good about it, really.
Yeah.
You know, it's handy to know that this journey can make me a few quid. It's not part of my journey at all, I don't think, getting paid for sex. But as a little sideline business, on top of me day.
So you're seeing these as two sort of unrelated things?
Absolutely unrelated. But, you know, it's a handy and actually pretty easy money with it.
I guess
so
if
far.
you are feeling emotionally that it is easy for you to do, some people would maybe think it wasn't the easiest thing to do.
And it wasn't the easiest thing to do, but it'll get easier as well, right? That's what things do.
Don't ask me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'll let you know.
That's why I'm asking you so many questions. Well, yes, yeah.
The next one, he said he wants me to be a dog.
Oh, so he's into pup play.
No, I don't think he knows what pup play. Pup play is quite a young, new thing.
Is it?
He wants... I don't know. So sometimes...
Both of us just looked around then as if we'd find the answer.
Anyone?
Like, we were like...
Audience? No, it's not that kind of show.
Here?
But so this one, he occasionally wants me to call him master. This one, he wants me to be a dog. He's also talked about wanting to paint me. Like body paint.
Oh. In any particular...
Yeah, he wants me to have a red penis.
Oh. Like a baboon's ass or something.
Well, I'm like... I don't
Does anything have a phallic
to
red?
that, but... I'm like...
Does anything have a red?
A dog's when it... The lips... Oh, yeah, that's what he means. Is that what he means?
I don't know, but that
He wants to just paint the tip.
Honey, put that lipstick away. Ew. That makes me uncomfortable.
I don't give a shit. If that's what he's into, it's
Well,
fucking
that's obvious.
weird, but I'm on board.
She's on board.
Look, we're all weird. If there's one thing this journey's taught me is we are weird as fuck. I'm weirder than I thought.
I mean, everyone's weird. This does surprise me that he doesn't know about pup play. Because it's like my one last week, he didn't know about exhibitionism. Maybe people are just very sheltered.
He wants me in a leotard.
I mean, people love it when I wear a leotard, so I get that.
But not when... If you want a dog with a red willy in a leotard... These are just very mixed
So
signals.
what, it's going to have the, like a crotchless leotard?
I don't know. He asked, do you have any leotards? He didn't specify crotchless.
Well, you're not borrowing my Machino one.
Just cut out a little red.
Fashion! I give it a fashion spin.
And then Margo's performances are going to change considerably.
Excuse me, I've got a hard enough problem keeping it as it is. Thank you.
It's true. Listeners, it's true. It's an issue. Now it's time for... You've Got Mail! M-A-L-E. So, Margo, what is your most notable message of the week from a gentleman?
Well, it's just one that actually just sort of made me burst out laughing.
Oh,
so
cute.
there's been this one gentleman on Grindr, bless him, who's been chasing me for a while. And I should probably block him, but I just don't block anyone. I just don't.
Because you never know.
Well, no, I just never do. Do you know what I... Like, I just never...
I've never blocked. Except the one who's done me up twice.
Oh, yeah.
Who I just unblocked. But anyway, we'll carry on. That's a different story.
So he... I mean, it's been going on for the whole time that we've lived here. And how long have we lived here? Like 3 months? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's been messaging me for 3 months and I haven't been replying ever.
But I get those. It's mad.
I just don't get it.
Just like,
well,
is it like a hi, hey,
hi, hey,
how are you?
Hi.
No reply? Hey,
beautiful. But it reached a whole new low, in my opinion. Bless him. And he went, anyone there? Well, I'm online. Of course, someone's here. Hi.
Anyone there?
I was just like, oh,
and it just sounds existential, doesn't it?
yeah. I was
No,
just
in
like,
so many ways, darling. No one's there.
no one's there.
Give up.
Not for you.
Goodbye.
Oh, evil. I mean, you're really getting a sense of who I am as a person in this.
I joined in at that on
You
that
did.
one. I did.
Did it feel good? Did it feel good feeling sassy and confident?
Yeah, I'll go and do something subby later to
I'm
make
sure
up for
you
it.
will. Okay, Susan. What was your most notable, fabulous, etc., message this week?
See, mine,
Please.
it's the message itself isn't fabulous, but it's because I received it twice, and it's just, you look like a dom. Which, as we've, I think, established, is wild.
Do you?
I look like... Well, no, so I... one guy said, you look like a dom, and then I've had, like, so many other men ask me to dom them. from topping them to like real kinky abuse. Good looking men, the best looking men, the ones that I'm most excited about, the manliest men, they always want that.
Well, I mean, is that surprising? Because
No.
it's like those CEOs that then, like to be treated like babies and stuff. If they're really hyper masculine, they're going to the gym all the day and
They want that
like
release.
they want a big release. They want to feel the opposite of that. If they've got to be in control all the time, and a lot of men have emotional problems, without being able to show their emotions, well, then they probably want the opposite.
And I also think that it's a common thing of they're attracted to women, but the reason they're looking to T-girls is because they want to be dominated by a woman. So they're looking for a woman, but a woman with extra, maybe a bit more like height and strength, and then a dick. And the phallus is the ultimate symbol of power. They want to be topped. Yeah. They want a chick with a dick. I think these are those guys.
Yeah. And also, I mean, this maybe goes slightly off subject, but some men do just want to have sex with, they want to have anal sex. They want to be, they want to have a bottom.
And there might have been women who aren't into the idea of pegging.
Yeah. So, but
they just want that. Yeah.
I guess that's...
And I think that's what a lot of
if
them
you're
want.
only with trans women, in my opinion. But you want that, It's interesting.
It is. And what is straight, categories.
If we're going off the old labels. Do you know what I mean?
But, so, I think a few things about this. One thing is I think I need to stop wearing black in my photos.
You do love black, yeah.
I love black because actually my aesthetic is a little bit gothy, a little bit harnessy, a little bit kinky, actually.
Well, you cover one eye with your hair.
I cover one eye with my hair, like Gabrielle, who I famously filthy.
Was she?
I don't know. I think maybe not. I think she's quite a nice lady.
I think she was,
But, so I need to change my aesthetic because this is what I'm getting. But the other thing that I think about it is that I've now got a good solid 4, 5 excellent gentlemen in my phones, just gagging for. And what would be the way for me to pass them to you? Because they would have such a better time with you.
I mean, they would. I'm obviously far more of that.
You are. You have that
end
to
of
offer.
the spectrum. But
how? What's this mechanism
that
through
seems
which?
Odd.
It is odd.
It
isn't
is
it?
odd.
But they want it. You would want it. I want it
because I'm not on these.
You're not on it.
I'm not. Well, you do other platforms to me. I only meet in person.
But what is happening also is because I've been promoting my show to the Chasers. So sorry.
Excuse me.
Our party.
Are you doing this on your own?
Our party.
Where this will be released.
The launch party of this.
The launch party of this that two of us are on.
This launch party that I've allowed Margo to attend. She gets +1.
Screw you. I was the one that got us the space.
You can have a drinks token.
I got us the space and the after party.
Well, it was...
You can shut your mouth.
My idea. Anyway, we're going to have this fight later. But, so I've been promoting it to the chasers that I've been speaking to, going through all the messages. Oh my God, I've been speaking to like 150 chasers during this journey.
Oh my God. See, this is the thing. I also don't sit on my phone.
No.
I've had it so difficult. I'm not a phone person, am I?
I haven't been until this journey, and now
you really have to commit.
But at the end of my phone is a world of potential. And I'm intoxicated. Like, sometimes it's a bit too much. It's like, it is a problem. I've become one of those people who's always on the phone.
Yeah.
Which I don't love, but at the end...
I am proud of how you put the effort in.
I put the effort in, but because I've been sending them this copy and paste, but faux personalised message, saying me and my housemate are including...
Thanks.
I say me and my housemate are putting on this night, every single one of them comes back with threesome. Have you got pictures of your housemate? Does she dress?
Oh, really?
Would she be interested? What does she look like?
Threesome.
Constantly. But,
we're not into that.
I've
had one with another crossdresser before.
Have you?
Well, they were crossdresser at the time. No.
I just think that we'd laugh a lot.
Well, you and me would. We would just laugh.
Like,
it would be so... I would find it very hard to be my character when I just want to crack. I just want to crack and be like, lol.
It's like, I'm not even, like, opposed to it, but I just couldn't play the role, I don't think.
No.
Well, they want it. But also, that has been...
Tough titties.
What that has shown me, though, is that they're amenable to the switch. You know what I mean? Like,
I guess it's.
if I just said,
Look,
but my housemate's really into that. She's great. Should I put you in touch? A lot of them have suggested that.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my lord.
Oh, yeah.
I've got this whole pool that I didn't even know about.
Oh, I've got a phone full. If you want them.
Sure,
And I'll show you after this, I'll show you them because there are some real specimens.
You have shown me one. You've shown me one.
That's the
I
caliber.
gasped.
Yeah?
I gasped.
It was like a festival lad. You know, like a lad at a fest. Yeah, like sort of Only Way is Essex lad. Imagine abusing that. That would feel gender.
Excellent. Can you hear my acrylics?
It's now an ASMR video. With me shrieking in the background.